Hey there everybody, this is Scott at Standy Ground Studio, and what you're looking at on the screen is a video that was posted within the last day, and it apparently shows a blood sacrifice happening in front of the Shiva statue at Cern. Now the full video is just under 2 minutes long, and I'm going to play it back in just a moment. Fair warning though, if you're at work, maybe turn down the audio, because once the camera guy sees the sacrifice, he flips out and starts cursing up a storm. After that, I'll give you some of my insights in the video, and we'll go from there. Enjoy.
What the fuck? What the? Fuck! Shit! Fuck! Shit!
Okay, so that's pretty alarming to the unsuspecting viewer, and it deserves to be noticed. And since this is brand new, I'm going to give you some identifying information so you can look up this video yourself, and then I'm going to give you a few of my thoughts and my initial impression of what this really is. So I first saw this on Facebook this morning, which would be August 11th, and here's a snapshot of the Facebook page that it was uploaded to. You can see it was posted about 18 hours before I saw it, which would place it somewhere around midday, August 10th, Eastern Standard Time. So I went and did a quick Google search on it, and I found just a few other uploads from just a few hours before, which would be earlier this morning, August 11th. So from my limited search, this is the earliest upload I could find. And the name of the page is apparently in Arabic. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Google Translator tells me it translates to Miracle Astronomical Cone, as you can see. If you play it back, it sounds like this.
معجزة فلكية كونية.
And jumping back over to the Facebook page, you can see a logo that implies a mystic of some sort parting the waters, and the banner has this mirrored image over here, which is interesting. I don't know anything else about this page. A link to it is provided below in the basic description, as well as a translation of the original text that was posted with it. I don't know how accurate that translation is, but reading through it, that text merely adds to the suspicion I have of this video. Feel free to explore it for yourself. Okay, so, my thoughts. On the whole, this is too blatant to be ignored and a little too obvious to be real. There's very strong potential for this to be controlled opposition, where the truth is put out there in plain sight, the truther community goes nuts over it, it hangs out there for a few days and pops up on mainstream media a little bit, then just as it gains traction, it gets debunked, further pushing the masses away from the truth and stoking the flames of rebellion in the hearts of awakened people everywhere. That's my initial thought on it. So let's go over a few points that I noticed, and then I'll leave it up to you to decide. First, there's too much going on here to ignore. Maybe it's a staged location, but it really does look like the statue we've seen over and over again, and I'll put a couple of images on the screen for comparison. And honestly, a blood sacrifice is a very serious implication to even joke about, but then again, maybe this will be revealed as a prank in all of us backwards spiritual religious types. We'll just have to wait and see. Second, how do rituals this obvious not get caught sooner? The panic from this camera guy implies that he had no idea that this happens at this location, and for a top-secret occult group hiding in the shadows all this time, they didn't exactly attempt to disguise this event in any way. It's really out there in the open. Third, this is relatively minor, but the outfits don't look very convincing to me. They threw on some robes or blankets that look like robes. They're all wearing sneakers with shorts, and they didn't really dress up in any other way. So all this kind of has the production value of a video made for a high school class at a really convincing location. Fourth, and this is related to number 3, the timing of their entrance all the way through feels completely staged as well. This guy had the camera rolling before they're even visible, yet he's shocked at first sight. Maybe someone alerted them ahead of time, I'm not sure. And fifth, and this is the very first thing that caught my attention, so if we scroll through it, you'll see in slow motion that when he panics, he starts making a lot of motion with the camera, and scrubbing through it in slow motion, we can see that he's in a stairwell, for what it's worth. He starts to run away, and the video cuts out exactly on this visual of the Hadron Collider, letting us know where he's at. That is way too obvious to me. That doesn't happen by accident. That is intentional. Every last bit of this is framed up too nicely, despite the attempt at shaky cam. So, through and through, this feels like bait to me. I see this gaining traction and getting, quote, debunked like we've seen happen time and again with other videos and other leaks. But you go ahead, watch it down, and let me know. Be sure to share this video and don't get swept up in any of the hype. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Take care and God bless.